Big-time defensive plays in the Rams' double overtime thriller against Mt San Jac, featured in this extended action highlights online sports report presented by Midway Home Solutions. The Victor Valley College Rams make one huge clutch big-time play after another, playing catch-up most of the night in a bitterly intense, rough-and-tumble battle against Mt San Jacinto, before dropping an American Mountain Conference decision to the Eagles in double overtime. Freshman quarterback Trey Cox has his most productive game of the season, 21 completions for 244 yards and a touchdown. Sean White carries for 141 yards and scores twice. But the Rams are beset by incendiary penalties that require one miraculous comeback after another to send the game into overtime. Eric Parra and the Rams kick off to Mt San Jac to start the game. Mike Paulsrock's slicing tackle pins the Eagles inside the 20. Mike Paulsrock, 6'2", 200-pound freshman out of Lone Pine. VVC's major task defensively will be trying to contain the Eagles' elusive dual-threat quarterback, Sheraron Jones. The visitors are forced to punt the ball away on their first possession. The Rams conduct a 10-play, 74-yard scoring drive on their first possession, capped by Sean White's 35-yard touchdown. The 5'9", 225-pound fullback is the Rams' leading ball carrier the second season in succession. The returning all-conference fullback has rushed for over 800 yards in the team's 8 games this year. Sean White is out of basic in Henderson, Nevada. Mt San Jacinto responds with Sheraron Jones' 46-yard scramble that ties the score at 7 minutes in. The first quarter will end with the score tied at 7. Mt San Jacinto takes the lead on a field goal 3 minutes into the second quarter. The Rams mount a response that consumes 5 minutes off the clock, but stalls when Trey Cox's fourth down scramble comes up short. The Eagles try a little pre-Halloween trickery, but no treat. The teams go on to exchange punts, and we go to the Rams' ball with 25 seconds showing before halftime. Trey Cox connects with Michael Bonham, and the Rams are within field goal range. Dominic Hernandez kicks it through from 35 yards out, and the teams go into the locker rooms tied at 10 at the intermission. Rams' leading tacklers throughout the first half include 30, Justin Carroll, 5'10", 225-pound linebacker from Dickinson, Texas, and 27, James Zachary, 6 foot, 225-pound linebacker out of Orlando, Florida. Both are freshmen. 41 is DJ Roper, sophomore linebacker out of Overland High School in Denver, Colorado. DJ Roper lists at 6'2", 215. Big playmakers include defensive lineman Kendall Blakely, 7, also out of Henderson, Nevada's basic like Sean White. Kendall Blakely is a 6 foot, 245-pound freshman. Delvin Spruill, 9, pulls down the Eagles quarterback for this second quarter sack. Delvin Spruill is a sophomore lineman, 6'2", 290, from Alabama's Pickens County High School in Reform. The Rams' defense has to step it up a couple of notches after Mt San Jacinto intercepts a Trey Cox pass to NVBC's first third-quarter possession. 280-pound Chris Ruben does just that, sacking the Eagles' quarterback, and the visitors will miss a field goal attempt after advancing into the Rams' red zone. The second-half parade of penalties has already begun, though. Flags against both teams already in the third quarter, and when Victor Valley College turns it over again, Mt San Jacinto capitalizes. The Eagles go up 17-10. How do the Rams respond to the adversity? Trey Cox to Khalil Brown, gain of 12, first down at the 32. 3 successive Sean White carries and a major penalty against the Eagles, and the Rams are in Mt San Jac territory at the 26. Trey Cox to Marique Pitts all the way down to the 8. Marique Pitts leads Rams receivers this night with 8 receptions. The 5'6", 175-pound freshman is from Jacksonville, Florida's Duke & Fletcher High School. Compound mistakes befall the Rams. First, a false start backs them up. VVC has had to overcome 2 holding penalties this drive alone to advance to the red zone, and on their 2 previous possessions of the third quarter, the Rams turn the ball over. They go for the trifecta. In the turnover department, a fumble on the pass reception requires the officials to talk it over and sort it out, and Mt San Jac is awarded possession at the 5. Once again, the Rams' defense is called upon to try and regain momentum. Justin Carroll, the tackle for a 3-yard loss, and the Eagles will be punting the ball to the Rams to start the fourth quarter. Mt San Jac leads 17-10. Thus begins one of the Rams' most impressive offensive drives of the season. Leading ground gainer Sean White becomes dangerous pass receiver. The gain of 26 yards out to their own 43. To sustain the drive, the Rams must convert this 4th and 2 at the Eagles' 23. Who else but Sean White? 6 yards and a first down at the 17. Watch 70, 300-pound tackle Tron Simon Barrington, 55, 320-pound guard Rocky Sua. Sean White 5 more to the 12. Sean White appears to be stopped at the line, but the driving power and extra effort of Sean White carries for 5 more and a first down at the 7. This is play number 8 of a 16-play drive. I failed to mention the Rams had to overcome another holding penalty on the very first play of this possession. Victor Valley College looks to have scored on this completion to Marique Pitts, but the touchdown is waved off. Offensive pass interference is the call. The Rams are backed up to the 22. This Trey Cox offering toward Mike O'Bonham hits the turf and is incomplete, bringing up 3rd and goal from the 22. 4 penalty flags will be thrown on the next 4 plays. The Rams appear to have scored on the Trey Cox to Mike O'Bonham completion over the middle. Mike O'Bonham ruled down at the 1. 2 penalties against Mt San Jac on the play. Defensive holding declined, roughing the passer half the distance to inside the 1. But a holding penalty against the Rams on the next play moves it back to the 11, bringing up 1st and goal from the 11. Trey Cox to Ridge Ford to the 3. 2nd and goal from the 3, Sean White for 1 is followed by a Trey Cox pass batted down on 3rd down. 4th down, ball at the 2, Trey Cox over the middle to Michael Bonham. Touchdown, Victor Valley College. The former Silverado Hawk comes through thanks to the perfectly thrown pitch from Trey Cox. This 16-play penalty-marred scoring drive consumes 7 minutes off the fourth quarter clock. The all-important Dominic Hernandez point after touchdown is good. 17-17 with 7 minutes to play in regulation. How fitting it would be had that splendid drive provided the Rams with the game-winning margin, but that is not how things have gone for Coach Dave Hoover and his Wrens this season. They are coming off back-to-back defeats, the second a 5-point setback at San Diego Mesa. Granted, Rams miscues put them behind this game, as in behind the 8 ball, but their resilience alone has been worthy of a W. Only this near-miraculous recovery of an Eagles fumble allowed the Rams to dodge a regulation play bullet after a roughing the passer penalty put the visitors in position to win the game. To make what becomes a very long story shorter, the teams battled to a scoreless tie at the end of regulation. There remained further heroics by Trey Cox and company in efforts to flip their fate. The game is prolonged by the seemingly endless stream of penalties mixed in with a handful of serious injuries. Mt San Jac scores on their possession in the first overtime. The Rams retaliate on Sean White's 2nd trip into the end zone on the night. Quarterback Trey Cox pleads with Coach Dave Hoover to go for 2 points on the conversion, especially after the Eagles are penalized half the distance, but the Rams opt to tie it back up on Dominic Hernandez's kick, and the game goes into a second overtime. The Rams' last desperate gasp is Dre Cox escaping the horse collar sack attempt on 4th down, resulting in the Eagles' interception. Mt San Jac kicks the game-winning field goal for the 27-24 victory in double overtime. Midway Home Solutions Action Highlights. This video sports online report presented by Midway Home Solutions. Midway features a huge selection of kitchen appliances, home and laundry appliances, electronics, furniture, and mattresses. Midway Home Solutions.